Mayor Brandon Sakbun. Welcome to our first episode of Mondays with the Mayor. I'm sitting here with Trevor. Trevor, can you please explain to us what it is you do, what you like about the job, what you don't like about the job, why is it frustrating and difficult? Then we'll have a good conversation about animals.
Well, I'm the Assistant Director of Code Enforcement and Animal Control for the city. I work for Jim Schneider, who's our director. Basically, code enforcement, you call into the Citizen 311 or go to the 311 app, and if you have complaints about grass or if you need pickup for trash or anything, you do that. But a lot of our calls are about animals, of course.
Is it the majority of your calls?
I deal a lot with the animals myself, so it seems like
Seems like it, yeah.
There's dogs running, dogs possibly being mistreated, lots of reasons people call, and we'll go check out anything and see what we can do to help.
So let's talk about we'll use two stories or two examples, right? So if I've got, say, an owner and the dog keeps running out, you go to that and you handle that with an ordinance violation of sorts, right?
Correct. According to the city ordinance, you're supposed to have your dog contained either on a leash when you're out or on a lead or within your fence. If it's out running in public area, that's running at large. There's a ticket and a fine for that. And of course, it's kind of a big topic right now. You're supposed to have your pet registered. And so,
which a number of cities do. Most large municipalities do this, and you guys use the funding from the registration.
Yes, we, and along with the Animal Control Commission, which is
right.
Another entity, we use it for equipment. We have 6 officers, 7 are bosses out there too. All of our trucks have equipment to help control animals, get them back to their owners or to the shelter. And so that stuff isn't cheap. Also, that money is used by the Animal Control Commission. We're setting up a spay and neuter clinic.
Yep.
Hopefully sometime this spring.
I know. So we do the Pub Vet as our current provider, which we're going to stay with. We enjoy that relationship, and Mayor Bennett started that. We've kept doing that. Those are the folks who go to the fairgrounds. We are also going to add a second provider, and that's what Trevor's alluding here, and that will be partially funded from the animal registration fee. But that's a good situation where, we've got an owner who's letting, the dog's getting out and coming back. Say we have an aggressive animal. How is that handled? I mean, I know how I handle it, which is when it runs at me too much and the teeth are too far out, I'm probably going the opposite direction.
Yes, but obviously we can't do that. We can't leave that dog on the street. We assess every situation. If the dog's very aggressive, we sometimes have to use our tranquilizer projectors, which was bought with this money from the Animal Control Commission. We'll take those animals to the shelter. They'll be on a hold. We write a ticket for dangerous animal to the owner. They have a day in court to decide what happens with these animals.
Got it. And then so that's a good transition is you guys issue this, you seize the dog if you need to, and then it goes to the judicial system, right? And that's our city judge. The city clerk's done an excellent job trying to manage that. Our judge, Kennedy McVeigh, is really starting to do well and is cracking down the punishments on those. Our city attorney, Mike Wright. And I think a lot of individuals, when they call code enforcement, they're looking for that animal negligence, which is a state law and a misdemeanor. So when do you guys involve law enforcement if you need to?
The times we have, it's usually on a very severe abuse case or people dumping puppies, stuff like that, where it's egregious. And then there's also a link that if somebody's going to beat a dog, they might be doing worse things than that. So that's when we usually involve law enforcement, which we work in the police department. We have great connections with the police department.
Good. So how can folks get a hold of, animal control?
311 to directly call our line. It is 812-244-2530. We have a dispatcher from 8 to 4, Monday through Friday.
And so if something happens, say 5:30 p.m., do you guys have people on call?
Yes, there's always someone on call. You call the Vigo County Dispatch and they can get you to the right person.
Amazing. Obviously, the city we've took on blight, really working on trash and large items and animal control, and we're a year into this kind of relationship with the new mayor, and I think it's definitely been impressive what code enforcement does. I don't think a lot of people know quite really the difference between code enforcement and law enforcement. I know you guys are that fine line, so really from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Go ahead and let's end with, give us a feel-good story about something that you've done in this position.
Very recently, we came across a little schnauzer dog that was in a backyard of a lady. We scanned it for a microchip. Luckily, it had a microchip. I called the number that's associated with it, left a voicemail, because I was a weird number, person didn't answer. They called me back immediately crying. Their dog had been missing for 2 years, and to see them get reunited at the shelter was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. We see so many bad cases, but those things keep you going for years.
So you found this dog in someone's backyard?
Yes.
You scan it, you get it scanned at the humane shelter?
Yes. Well, we actually have scanners.
You have scanners? Yeah. You scan it and you just call on your cell phone. You guys were able to reunite that.
Yeah, and to see the dog and the owner reunite was just incredible.
Hey, there's always the feel-good moments. That's what keeps us all going. And thank you so much for all you guys do. I'm sure you got to get going, and hopefully not, but might have to go get some dogs and cats today. I know, especially in the winter, we do get a lot of calls. So thank you for all you do. Any closing comments to the audience on anything?
Can I shout out a few citizens and organizations that have helped us out greatly?
Absolutely.
Happy Tails, Ollie's, Wabash Feline, Dog and Dig It. Of course, the Terre Haute Humane Society, who we work hand in hand with, and a special shout out to Paula Ellis. She's a saint. She's been doing a lot for animals around here, and I appreciate everybody's help. It's not just us; it's the community.
What a great way to end it on. All those organizations I've interacted with most, but they're definitely on my Facebook feed, and I see them fighting this fight. And you try to give them support, you try to help out when you can, and do more. And thank you for bringing that up, because if you're running an animal nonprofit right now, you're out there trying to help code enforcement or calling them when you see them when it has a matter to do with pets, especially. Thank you. We really can't do this without strong citizen support and strong citizen communication. They're all well-intentioned over at Code Enforcement, so thank you for supporting them. And hopefully we can continue to take a stab at this. We look forward to that spade and neuter opportunity in the spring that you're working on top of what PubVet does. So please send my best to the Animal Commission. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for tuning in to this year's first episode of Mondays with the Mayor.